I'm Sim, and I'm the first affirmative speaker, and our proposition is that those over the age of 65 should be tested, visual and behind the wheel test, driving test at least every 4 years. And just to define the test, it would be like a normal vision test, and then like a DMV, like your first time driving, like getting your license test, behind the wheel test. And I want to clarify, like for when I'm speaking, when I say old, elderly, and older people, I mean people in the age group that we're talking about, so 65 and older. So to start off with, there are going to, in the next couple years, there's going to be a lot of people joining this great age group of 65 and older. It's already shown in 2012 there was 36 million licensed older drivers, and it doesn't sound like a lot, but that was a 34% increase since 1999, and it's steadily rising in these next couple years too, because the baby boomer generation is coming to that age group. And then my main point is that a lot of these elderly people have medical problems, whether it be problems with their vision, just medical problems like diabetes, sickness, and also the use of medication. So many vision problems come with age. For example, this is from ScienceDirect.com, and a 24% of adults over 80 years old have uncorrectable visual impairment. So that's a pretty good percentage of people with uncorrectable visual impairment, so glasses won't help them. And the next is we have and then from the same source, we also have 50% of the middle-aged this is the middle-aged population I'm talking about. 50% of them have arthritis, and then 80% of those in their 70s suffer from arthritis as well, which makes turning, flexing, twisting, basic functions you need for driving painful, and it limits their movement in general. And we also have that more than 75% of drivers over the age of 65 report using one or more medications, and less than one third of the 75% acknowledge awareness of the potential impact of the medications on driving performance. And also, with medical problems, as age increases, it becomes more dangerous for the elderly to drive. And this is from senior driving at AAA.com. So in 2009, more than 60% of deaths and crashes involving drivers over age 70 were the drivers themselves. So 60% of the deaths were the elderly people themselves. So that's a pretty high percentage. That's more than half of the people that die in these crashes were the elderly. And then in comparison, the same year, only 42% of deaths in crashes involving a driver under the age of 30 were the young drivers themselves. So that's an 18% difference in fatality rate, so I'm not just arguing that it is based purely off of crash rates and accident rates. This is also for the safety of the elderly people themselves, because they have a higher chance of dying in a crash than anyone younger than them. And also, in another rate that is high is just their accident rates. It doesn't seem, it's not crazy high, but it's still very high, because they are, according to BBC News, from the ages 70 to 79, 14%, 14% of, sorry, I'm reading this wrong. There's a 14% accident rate for those ranged age 70 to 79, which is only 1% less than the accident rate for the highest risk drivers, which is the 16 to 19 area. And then also there's another, one last point is that many of these senior drivers have an overconfidence in their driving ability, because they have been driving their whole lives, so they think that, or some of them think that they know how to drive, they've been driving for a long time, so they think that they can still drive.